Jeff Bezos' controversial tweet about the Queen's death. After the British royal family announced on Thursday that Queen Elizabeth II was sick, Uju Anya, an associate professor at Carnegie Mellon University, tweeted, "I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating." Anya then went to teach a 3-hour graduate seminar, completely unaware of what was about to happen. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, saw her tweet and responded with a decision that sparked a firestorm of criticism against the Nigerian-born academic. Jeff commented, "This is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so. Wow." Amazon has recently donated $2 million to Carnegie Mellon, and its chief financial officer, Brian Olafsky, is a graduate of the university. The Chronicle asked Carnegie Mellon if Bezos' tweet influenced the university's statement. A spokesperson said, "There is simply no truth to that assumption." Following the tweet by the world's third richest person, Anya went viral for a short time before being removed by Twitter. Her comments were labeled as inciting violence and targeted harassment by the social media platform, and she was barred from using it. Carnegie Mellon condemned Anya's comments in a statement while also defending free expression. They tweeted, "We do not condone the offensive and objectionable message posted by Uju Anya today on her personal social media account." They then added, "Free expression is core to the mission of higher education. However, the views that she shared absolutely do not represent the values of the institution, nor the standard of discourse we seek to foster." Her tweet, Bezos' response, and the university's statement generated hundreds of posts on freedom of speech, donor relations, and online harassment. Anya said in an interview that Bezos had put a target on her, moving millions of his followers to threaten her. Describing the words as the most violent you can think of, she said, "I had to disable the contact me button on my website because within half a day there were hundreds of hatred messages." She said she suspects her tweet was singled out because of her identity. She said, "I caught his attention because of who I am. I'm black, I'm a woman, queer and left-leaning." She then added, "In addition to that, a couple of weeks back I attended a party where I met Chris Smalls, the black man who unionized Amazon. I took a picture with him and I tweeted that picture, calling him brilliant and wonderful." She added that she wasn't suggesting that Bezos has any idea who she is. She said, "But I'm definitely sure the people who are paid to comb Chris Small's name took note that a CMU professor was out socializing and promoting the man who's making a lot of trouble fighting worker exploitation." For Anya, the Queen's death represents the death of an oppressor. Half of the planet was happy and rejoicing. The Irish dancing, the Indians jubilating. On one side was the Nigerian government, which was desperate to preserve the multi-ethnic state that Britain's colonial administration had cobbled together. On the other side were the Biafra separatists, who sought independence for Nigeria's Igbo people, an ethnic minority from the country's south who faced persecution and pogroms in the north. With control of Nigeria's oil production at stake, former colonial powers vied for influence, including the United Kingdom. Nigeria was still a Commonwealth member in 1967, and Elizabeth had served as its head of state, the Queen of Nigeria, since 1963. The UK government, led by Harold Wilson, funneled vast amount of arms and munitions toward the Nigerian government in order to maintain influence and control. For Nigeria's 52 million people, the war was a humanitarian disaster. More than 1,000 children were starving to death every day a year into the conflict. Television cameras broadcast images of their anguish, as well as evidence of additional wartime atrocities all over the world. Wilson responded to public outrage by misleading Parliament about the UK's involvement while increasing the flow of arms, according to declassified documents released in 2020. Uju Anya's mother had 2 children under the age of 10 and was expecting a third. She had just missed catching a ride on the last foreign charter plane airlifting refugees out of the war zone, despite being a native Trinidadian who had lived in Nigeria for less than a decade. As soldiers used British-supplied weapons against civilians, razing entire villages and scorching ancestral lands, Anya's mother fled with her in-laws, seeking shelter wherever they could find it. Anya said, "We lost half of our relatives." She then added, "There's the legacy of this war. It was a genocide, a slaughter, a holocaust." The royal family's fortune is estimated to be $28 billion. Elizabeth never acknowledged or apologized for colonial atrocities. Crown rule has shaped Anya's entire life, beginning with her mother's native Trinidad, a former plantation colony whose land and people were also plundered to enrich the royal family. Her parents, whom she refers to as colonial subjects, met as university students in England. However, after the war they effectively split up, and Anya's mother immigrated to the United States in the 1980s. She said, "The broader impact of the British monarchy, you can look at that in my history." She then added, "In addition to the direct felt-in-the-skin impact of Queen Elizabeth's rule. So when I heard that the woman was dying, I rejoiced. Would you not if you heard that your oppressor was dying?" Despite the backlash over the tweet, she said she received support from many colleagues and students across the country, including Carnegie Mellon's Black Student Union. However, Anya understands why the university issued a statement distancing itself from her words.